This is going to be a try. I haven't went live in a long time. I have this mess and I'm going to try to fix these lures I have. So to do this, I'm just going to start by cutting them apart. I actually caught this junk on Lake Wisconsin. I thought this had all the hooks. This actually still has hooks on it, this Rapala. Hey, Minnesota fisherman. Hey, Catman. How are you guys doing? I'm just messing around trying to fix some lures. This Rapala I caught, so I'm going to put new hooks on it. Hey, big game fishing. Not much. I'm just hanging out, messing around, putting new hooks on this Rapala. So I caught these lures the other day when I was fishing, and this Rapala I think it's like a number 11 countdown or 9 countdown. So I'm putting new hooks on it so it works. You need to go through your tackle. That sounds like a good plan. I should go to bed soon too. I'm having an injection done in my back tomorrow. I don't know. I just randomly decided to go live. Yeah, I'm just going to mess around with lures for a little while and then go to bed. We'll see what happens with this stream. So I'm just taking the old treble hook off of this and putting a new one on it that's better. I'm just going to throw out these treble hooks. If you want this treble hook sent to you that's kind of rusty, you can just give me your address on the stream and I'll send it to you. See ya. Thanks for stopping by, Catman. You want to get to 1K? Yeah, it's hard to hit 4,000 hours. Just keep posting content and hope one blows up. I don't know what else to say. I was lucky that I had a few videos that got a whole bunch of views. Or find some like fishing related threads if you go fishing and post your videos to that. Because like that's where I get like half my view time from. So here's this Rapala with new hooks on it. Hopefully it works. It's a countdown, right? Yeah, and then this is number 9 countdown. Not that I need any more crankbaits. This is a good color though. This countdown needs new hooks too. This is number 7 countdown. These are good walleye baits. Nice jerk bait. It's not a jerk bait. It's a crank bait. I'll show you what a jerk bait is. Yeah, I did. Here's the jerk bait. This will not action when you reel it in. Where this Rapala will action when you reel it in. Who, George? So these are Rapalas. These are deadly on walleyes, though. You just like slowly jig these in off a drop off, and they work great for walleyes. So I'm just putting new treble hooks on this. Yeah, the countdown's a good bait for walleyes and trout. That's what these are. I'm just putting new hooks on it. Yeah, they snag up real easy. I went out fishing in the snow. Hey, Wisconsin Outlook. Yeah, those are good. The Husky jerks are good too. I went out fishing tonight in the snow. The bite was slow. I only caught 2 trout, like a 10 and 14-inch brown. Here's this one fixed. The last girl I was seeing off Bumble got this musky Hans lure made somewhere, but I don't know where she got it made at. So I think I need to text her to see where they had it made at because I need to put the hook on it. I was thinking about trying to go to Milwaukee and trolling with it, see if I get a big old brown trout on it. I don't really catch a lot by me on spoons like this. You maybe could get a pike on it. Or just use it for decoration. It has 2 split rings. Not that I have any shortage of them. I literally have hundreds of split rings. Yeah, the bite for some reason the creek was real slow tonight. I had to fish for like an hour to catch a trout. I only caught 2 of them. Hopefully I'll at least get out wildlife fishing in my boat this weekend. Yeah, it's been hard. I've been really busy lately. I'm planning on finishing my PhD dissertation in like 2.5 weeks. So I've been really busy trying to wrap it up. So I haven't been networking as much. So here's the spoon. Here's another bait I found I need to fix up. It's a crawdad. It had the hooks rusted off, and I found it when I was walking through the woods. So I'm going to put some hooks on this. This is a pretty good smelly bait. The hooks on them are really wimpy, though. These split rings are really cheap on it, too. You lost a huge snook on it? I never tried fishing for snook before. I need to go down there and do some fishing for them. Shit, this treble hook has like a broken weld on it. What the fuck? Yeah, I had one break where the other one I have of these broke like that too. And I just got it caught in my dash. They aren't the greatest made baits, I'll tell you that much. Just like the Placino crankbait I was testing out the other day, and I used it for like an hour, and I started to crack the butt out of it. But I did eventually get a brown on my cheap Placino crankbait. But that happens. If you fish with cheap lures, my thought is some of them work good, some of them are just pieces of crap. I think like an hour and a half where you live from fishing North America, there's some decent trout fishing. You live out where it's more warm water fisheries, though. That's just how it goes. Not much. I'm just messing with some lures. Yeah, I know, Lubaka. I agree with you there. I don't complain about anything that I'm not complaining that it's free. It just happened that it broke. It's not like I was being nice on with it. I was casting it in a bunch of rocks and banging it off of rocks. Here's my crayfish. I just need to cut the line off the front of it. And I am a Packers fan. I should have a Packers shirt somewhere here. I don't know where. Now I have this weight. I'll have to try to make a spinner out of this. That'll happen when you break a husky jerk. Will this wire fit through here? Yes, it will. We'll have to make a lure out of this. I'm using my old Herder's 5-tine vise to bend it. So I'm just bending this up, and I'm going to put some hooks on the back of it and a blade. I think this is a broken rooster tail. So yeah, here's what I have, and I'm just going to put another bead on it, and then I'm going to put a blade with it, and I'm going to have a weighted spinner for trout fishing. Hashtag masturbator. Hey, Water and Ice Outdoors, thanks for stopping by. I'm just messing around, doing a short live stream, making a spinner. No, I've never used a Wonder Boner. A Lindy rig? Yeah, that's a good tackle. I still need to use this bait. I haven't decided. I think I need to find some largemouths to use this bait, though. I don't even know why I bought that. I was distracted at work on AliExpress one day, and I ended up ordering that. I don't know whether it was a good or bad idea. I literally think YouTube will demonetize the video if you call that lure what it is. So I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. So I haven't decided yet. It's just kind of sat in my room. It may just be a gag bait as a joke. Maybe if I go, it's coming along. I'm planning on defending it on May. I'm defending it on May 3rd. And then I don't know what I'm doing next. I've been applying to some jobs, but I haven't got any interviews yet. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll update anyone if I end up moving somewhere. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Clip my nails next. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to finish up my PhD and decide where I'm going to go. So I may just end up working at a job around here if I get one, or I may end up going somewhere else. Clip my nails with the clippers. I don't even have a clippers in here. I just have a bolt cutters and a buck knife that I've been cutting stuff with, and split ring pliers. I'm curious how much slower the bite head will be. I don't think that would work out very well. Those bolt cutters really have a lot of torque. It opens on May 5th by me and like Memorial Day weekend in the northern part of the state. I don't know how much I'll be musky fishing. My back is messed up. I'm getting an injection done in my back tomorrow, so hopefully that makes it feel better. Last Friday I had water temps where I was fishing of like 52 degrees in this little inlet where I made that pan fishing videos, and yeah, or a cortisone injection. Here's my funky looking trout spinner I ended up making. Where's this other spinner I was going to make? Here's a Mepps 5 that I caught that I'm going to put a split ring onto in the hook. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. We have some 2-aught treble hooks. This size. I should probably put a skirt on this. I'm really bad at tying bucktails though. 2-aught. Definitely. Should I do a Mepps 5 trout fishing challenge? That would be funny. Maybe I could finally catch my one over like 20 inches out of a creek. That's a pretty goddamn big hook. This would probably be about right. This would be about right for pike or northern though, which is what you're going to catch on this bait, and bass. So it's probably fine. I could put a little skirt on it, but I don't even know if I'm going to do that. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Dave. I appreciate it. A big walleye. I've caught walleyes on spinners this size before. I've caught walleyes on reef hogs too. And I think some other musky glide bait. I was thinking about going to a creek one day where there's like bigger browns and trying to catch trout on baits like these. I don't even know if it'll work. I've definitely caught them on like the number 9 husky jerks. Oh, I caught a couple walleyes on like, yeah, I know. I caught a couple walleyes on like a 6-inch Brahma and Jake and a shallow raider too. Now I think I'm gonna make a leader. So here is like 130-pound fluorocarbon I have right here. It's not very limp. It's got a lot of memory to it. So how I make leaders, although it may not be right, is I just take a Palomar knot and go through it. Yeah, and fall, they're more aggressive. They're being super picky the other day by the dam. Like the only like 90% of the action I was having was just on a split shot and a minnow. Hopefully they'll be more aggressive this weekend, but I'm doubting it with the weather change. Because if it's like in the 30s the next 3 days, the water temp will start to fall. So then I have this. Then I pull it tight. And I think this is like 130-pound swivel. And then I have this number 6 swivel clip, which I think I got from Raleigh & Hounds, which is like 130 pounds. And then I go and I just make another Palomar knot. This stuff is like a pain to tie with. This stuff's really difficult to tie with. I haven't made one of these in a long time. This is a very short leader too. This leader's too short. Then I have my very short leader here. It's only like 6 inches. That's a little on the short side. I'm not the most exciting streamer. I know I don't get hell hyped up. Probably could use some coffee or alcohol or a mix of both. Oh, fuck. This is a pretty rough looking leader. I definitely haven't made one of these in a long time. Then you can take this and just put it onto your lure. And some of these lures, musky lures, are a pain in the butt to get the leaders into. Like, I think they were really hard to get on to that Suic wherever I put it, because like the hole in the front of it's really small. Like this one isn't too bad. I'll have to make another one that's longer. Yeah, like this bait has like a pretty small hole, so it's kind of tricky to get some of the leaders to slide into this. And I think the Bulldogs have a really tight hole too in the front part. So you need to have the right leaders for them. So when are you turning 16 fishing North America? No, this leader's going to be a long one. Yeah, I probably should make some more tutorial videos. I'm just doing this to... You're turning 15 on May 20th? Can you drive when you're 15 in Minnesota then? I was just curious because you were talking about driver's ed. Oh, with a parent. That makes sense. My lure making stuff is all a mess. Like I made a mess in my room trying to get this stuff out just to mess around. It's just easier for... I don't know what I think of it. I blame Danica Patrick for all of Aaron Rodgers' problems. I'm just joking. I've just ignored it. I don't think they got along very well. That's all I know. I literally haven't. Yeah, definitely. Like last year, I didn't even follow the Pack football at all because the Packers were doing bad. So I don't know. I haven't read enough to eat about it on my Facebook, but I really haven't even looked at it. Here's this other leader. What else was I gonna mess with? Oh, I had the spinner blade. For some reason, these spinner blades do not spin very well. This is supposed to be like a MAPS 0 size. I don't know how well it will work. Here's some lighter wire. Vikings all the way. The Vikings and Packer fans don't like each other. Like a lot of people for me hate the Bears and hate the Vikings. But to be honest, the Vikings and Bears are much better than the Packers right now. You're back. I'm still here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. I'm just messing around. I was making some leaders. Just chatting with whoever showed up. I lost this part to my lure. Oh, I found it. This floor has some gaps in it, which I kind of lose some parts in once in a while. I don't even know if this spinner will work. These blades, for some reason, I think these might be like blades for making crawler harnesses or something. Our brother got them in a garage sale, but they didn't want to spin right for me. Why? So hopefully they worked. I see you've been catching quite a few bass, Wisconsin. I'll look on your Instagram. I haven't even caught a bass since ice fishing. I really haven't fished for them either. I could see some in the docks where I was panfish fishing, but I didn't pull out any gear to try to catch one. I was thinking about rigging up a wacky worm and just trying to flip it up in the docks to see if that would work. So, but I haven't made that many bass fishing videos. Maybe if I try fishing shallower with the tank baits I got in my mystery tackle box, I might get into some bass too. Because I think in my walleye box I got this month, I got a couple crankbaits in a. You're lucky to have 2 private ponds. We have our own pond too, where if I went to, I could catch them. I just haven't went there. I might go there this weekend. Like our pond is like full of dink bass. It's like overpopulated with them. Like there's no big ones in it. So I wasn't walleye fishing that shallow, so I didn't get into any bass. I just lost one sturgeon when I was walleye fishing. The one boat was trying to fish for shovel nose sturgeon, and they kept catching a whole bunch of little lake sturgeon, like one after another. I think they wanted some caviar. I was going to do a shovel nose sturgeon catch and cook when I catch one. But I have to catch one first. So I'll work on that when I move down the fishing on the river gets better. I don't even know if this spinner will work. I'll have to go test this out. Oh, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube because I feel like it. I'm not very good at streaming. Like I get tired of talking after a half an hour. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to talk for 3 hours during my PhD defense. Actually, I need to talk for an hour and then I can take a break to where I just get questioned. But that's gonna be a long talk. I'll have to see if this little spinner actually works. I have another trout fishing video where I did a spinner comparison to edit. And I guess I have another trout fishing video from today too. just bringing some Irish coffee. I don't think that will work very well at work. Here's my spinner. I don't know what. I wonder if these are like too big of clevises for these blades or something, because I don't know. It's not any small bigger than the Mepps is. Or probably rooster tail. I probably have a rooster tail sitting here somewhere. What other spinners do I have? Yeah, or it's not any bigger than like the Blue Fox or rooster tail clevises. I have way too many baits. What else is in this box? So I wanted the spinner tonight. This is another lure I found. I found this in a tree in the creek. I found a bunch of these lures. I just should put them in a box so I don't break them. I haven't had Irish coffee in a while. That sounds pretty good, actually. I haven't been drinking much lately, though. Little Cleo. I don't know where I put some other tackle. So I have stuff to make another leader. I better make another leader. I should make a tutorial on how to make leaders. Not that I'm ideal. Then I could maybe get some criticism too, which is fine because I don't mind having some criticism. Some heavy Galdane line. I think these are like 200-pound swivels. So here's my one side. And here's my leader part. I'll have to make some more leaders. Hopefully the muskie bite is okay for me and I actually can get some muskies on video. Last year I did awful muskie fishing. These leaders like this are expensive. I know some people like wire leaders too. I don't know. I made some leaders out of the wire that I had down there and they like got bent really funky. I don't know whether it was the wrong wire or something, but they like got brittle and bent funky. So maybe it wasn't the right wire. Maybe I need to read some more muskie forums. I'm not sure. I think I had one live stream that YouTube somehow deleted last year, and I still got all the watch hours from it, but it somehow someone reported it and it got deleted. I actually should repost the video from that I actually have, because it was like a really epic fish fight where like we fought a sturgeon for like an hour, and my cousin caught like a 62-inch lake sturgeon that was foul hooked. But I'm not sure. I probably should do physical therapy soon and go to bed. I didn't intend to stream for that long. at least messing around with these has kept me to have a little to talk about. I'll have to get, hopefully I can get some good musky footage, or maybe I should just try. Yeah, I think you will lose the views. I don't know. I think it depends upon how it gets deleted. I don't really know. I guess I could experiment and see if I delete a video. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hope this works, Homestead. I'm just messing around making some leaders. I guess I ran out of swivels. I don't know where my zip ties are, or else I was gonna put a new skirt on the spinner bait I have. But I don't have a zip tie here. Yeah, do that. I don't know. It's tough to get a lot of watch time being a fishing channel too, because I don't know. I try to go out fishing like 3 times a week to get enough watch time, or hope some video you make somehow gets a whole lot of views. Like I have a lot of really inactive subscribers, so like a lot of my videos only get like 200 or 300 views. So it takes a lot at 200 or 300 views to get that much watch time. Like I think over my last month, I haven't only got like 1,800 minutes, 18,000 minutes of watch time. So here is what I got in my MTV box this month. I got this Carl's Amazing Bait. Yeah, that just something. Yeah, that's a good idea, Wisconsin Outlook. I got this Carl's Amazing Bait Funky Rattle Trap bait in my MTB. I got this Lunker Hunt Distress Crankbait. This looks a little big, but it should work real good. Both of these will catch fish. Then I got these Funky Oddball Jigs. Then in my walleye box, I got like these Great Lakes like drop shot plastics. I don't even know what these look like. These look pretty funky for walleye plastics. We'll have to see if they work. I guess they look like a plastic leech. Sort of. I don't know. Is that what they're supposed to look like? I'm going to go test them out this weekend. Four-inch Exo swims will work pretty good because the walleyes by the dam by me seem to like swim baits. So I think if you just slowly bring these in on like a 1/4 ounce jig. Yeah, I know. Like when you post a video, it's like really weird how it does well. Like, I don't know. Like I posted a panfish video the other day and it got like 400 views. So it's really just depends on what people are searching for. My walleye video that I posted this morning has almost 200 views, but like my video I posted on musky baits for Monday only has like 49 views, and my trout fishing video from the other day only has like 150 views. So it's really variable what the views you get on a video. And like my shore fishing video where I caught one dinky walleye got like 300 views. So how you title and tag the video like completely changes how many views it gets. And if you'd like post an ice fishing video now, it would bomb because people are sick of ice fishing. Like when I post ice fishing videos and the end of November, early December, they'll get like 1,000 views. And then when I post a ice fishing video in the end of February, it gets like 100 views. Like the amount of views drops down. But that's just how it goes. And like if you post a video like Lake Winnebago ice fishing, it'll get way more views than if you just put pond ice fishing or something too, because people are searching for that. I think it's just how you search the stuff. How you title it and tag it completely changes how it performs. That's just what I've noticed. Where's these other leaders? What are these? Oh, let's spinnerbait hooks. Here's some other leader hardware I have. These are fancier clips. Hey, Chatterbait Fishing, thanks for stopping by. So these are like safety lock clips. They have like a safety thing to keep the bait from falling off. Where did I put my string? Oh, it's right here. It's on my fly vise. That's what I should do on a live stream. I'm horrible at tying flies. So I have my string, my 130-pound floral. You go through the hole, go through the other side, and you pull it through. And you have this side. Then I have my leader here. And I put this through here. Put this through like this. And then I do another Palomar knot. And then I pull it through. Where's my pliers at? Yep. I completely agree with you, Wisconsin Outlook. Like if I title a video Monona Bay, like it'll do really well if I just do on some little dinky spot too, regardless of what I catch. Like this last year, Monona Bay was super consistent. Like it was the only where around me where there was any consistency ice fishing. So that's why like half my videos there and my backswim bad, so I didn't feel like walking out so far. Like a couple of times I went out on Lake Mendota fishing and I didn't catch anything, so I didn't even post a video from it. A couple of the videos I posted lately have been multiple fishing trips too. Like that panfish video and the one shore fishing video of just my friend drunk. Yeah. Hey, Colin, one boy six. Thanks for stopping by. I should actually try to fish Petenwell soon. I hear good things about that. I usually just end up going to places that are close to me though. Other than maybe going to Lake Michigan. I really want to go to Lake Michigan this weekend, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Let's see how I feel. I want to get some big browns and then smoke them up. Maybe I'll make a video on how to smoke trout if I get some big browns. I mean, I keep big ones to smoke out, but like 2 to 4 pounders. That sounds like a fun video if we can get into some. Oh, it was post during early ice, so it was tough. It's tough to move around out there because it's a big lake. Same thing with Winnebago. But that's just how it goes. Like a lot of my creek fishing videos, although I like doing them a lot and they're easy content, they don't get that many views because there's not that many people out trout fishing in a lot of the creeks. Because I don't know why, but it seems like there's fewer people trout fishing the creeks now than when I was a kid. Like I go down to the creek and I see no one fishing them. There's a few more people fishing some of the other creeks, but not a lot of them. There's no one fishing there. Which is nice for me. I should make a spinner out of this. This works good for making spinners that run high in the water, but I'm really good at tying with it. You're supposed to put like nail polish enamel on little chunks of it to get it to hold on. I usually keep the tails from some of the deer I shoot for this. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, it is less popular. I think people like easy fishing too, and they don't like exploring as much. It's easy for me to do, and I just like being outside and walking around, so I have fun doing it. I should really do physical therapy and go to bed. I've been streaming for 47 minutes. That's pretty good. Longer than I intended. I want to fix the spinner bait. Although I hardly ever fish with spinner baits, so they're good. They're good for bass. I have spoons I could make too. I don't know where I put them. That means I need to get up and move around now. Last year I got some stuff to make trolling spoons, but I never have caught anything on them. Precision Angling's the only one who's caught anything on them, and he caught some. I think he caught some crappies on the spoons like this, but I made them for trolling on the Great Lakes. So I need to go out and use these. But I haven't been fishing on the Great Lakes much. Just because I don't know, I just haven't got to it. I guess I could fix this other lure too. Is this a Burke, a Frenzy or something? I don't know. Or Storm. You want to go trolling on the Great Lakes? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You get some big fish. I haven't been there in a long time. I miss that. Get some big browns or big kings. I've just been catching a ton of little trout by me. Go for it. It's fun. I don't know. I haven't done very. Last year I did really bad out there fishing though. Other people did good, but it seemed like every time we went, like I caught the wrong thing. The last time we went, we had like 8 fish on and we only landed one of them. It didn't help that I had girls reeling them in. But that's how it goes. Is this a Thunderstick? I don't even know what brand. Yeah, this is a Thunderstick. Oh yeah, he probably knows what he's doing. No, there's not really kokanee. Lake Michigan is good for steelhead and cohos and kings, and it has quite a few Lakers and browns. Lake Superior's mostly good for lake trout, and it has a few cohos. The cohos in Lake Superior are only like 16 inches long. They're tiny. And then on Lake Huron, I think has some Atlantic salmon in it, and Lake Ontario is good for kings and steelhead and browns, Lakers. So I don't think there's any kokanee. That the 36 pounder is a huge one. I should see if I can get a brown out of the creek on this thunder stick. Pretty big. This will definitely be a good crankbait for pike, though. Just messing around with lures. I'm live streaming on my laptop right now. I don't know how good or bad a quality it is. I'm not watching it on my phone, so I don't know what it's like. Shit. This actually has better split rings than the Rebel crawfish. That makes sense. I don't really have a good scale. I bought a scale last year and it broke. I don't know. I don't fish that much for bass, and most people who like musky fish and walleye fish just measure them in length, so I don't really weigh that many fish. But bass fishermen are all about the scales. Here's this bait. I don't know how well this will work. I actually do really like this color crankbait. I always seem to do really well on just the silver crankbait. What species do I target? It really depends upon the time of year and what's biting. Like sometimes I target bluegills and crappies or perch. Sometimes I target brook or brown trout. Sometimes I target muskie or pike. And if I go and I fish walleyes, saugers, sturgeon, occasionally catfish, trout, and salmon. I have way too many lures. I actually don't have enough lures because I'm not always catching fish, but I have a lot of tackle. Yeah, I know. Bass don't grow super long. I just know bass fishermen seem all about weighing them on their videos when I watch them. Well, it's like if you walleye fish or musky fish, you just care about you just usually measure them and let them go, or measure them and keep them if it's walleyes. Where's this bait hanging? I don't know why I've had this problem, but with these jointed Rapalas, I keep having the bills break off of them. I don't know if there's really cheap or something, but I have like 3 of them with broken bills. I don't know if there's a way to fix them or what, but it sucks. And they're just like pressed in here and not glued in here very well. Well, I think I've streamed for long enough tonight and I'm tired of talking. And I need to do some physical therapy quick and go to bed. So I appreciate everybody who stopped by my stream, and everybody have good luck fishing and have a good night. That's it.